All right, with John Glenn, head coach Bill Polk. Pretty exciting one there, 36-32, came down to the last match. Talk about your team's performance in that duel.
Well, we've already been in 4 dual meets like that this year. We've come out on a couple of them. We lost one, so the kids are starting to see both aspects of winning and losing. So I guess it's a nice win. Dakota, I don't think we've ever beaten them in a dual meet in recent years, so it's always nice to beat a team like that.
You talk about being in the close ones. You guys had a 1-point loss to Oxford last week. Do you think that helped, this week, having been there already?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we were there with Clinton last weekend. We were there with Oxford last week. So I think our kids were prepared for it. They were, they're ready to. They knew what their jobs were, and everybody knew what their job was in the lineup before we started. So
you look at your early schedule: Oxford, Clinton, CC, and then tonight, 2 other top 10 teams. Sometimes that's tough on kids right out of the gate, right? How do you get your guys to handle that? Is it talked about? Is it discussed, or is it just are they just other matches for you guys?
Well, I mean, we chase the best, and we want to wrestle the best to see where we're at. And I figure why not do it early and see where we got to improve and keep moving forward from there. So these guys wrestled best teams they could all summer long. We were traveling and wrestling some of the best teams in the country. So the whole point was to come back home, and when we wrestled teams like DCC, they might beat us, but we're not afraid to wrestle them. So that's.
Talk about your heavyweight, Antoine Hines. Sealed the deal there for you guys. Pretty cool moment. He was down 1-0, got the pin.
I told him before we started, and we were in the room, and we went over what could happen, and I told him it's going to come down to you. And we try to put him on the spot. A lot of the kids, we try to do that when we draw a weight class and say, all right, it's coming down to you. You better mentally prepare yourself for it. And tonight, of course, it happened for him, and he won. So pretty cool experience for him.
And anyone who watches you guys, your team's always in every duel, cheering on. They're never tuned out. It's a great environment, especially at home. Your fans are into it.
Yeah.
And you talk about that culture. How have you developed that over the years? Is that something that's always been here at Glenn? How have you kind of built that?
It hasn't been, and I guess it all comes down from the leadership. And this year we had a big change with some of the hammers that we lost last year. I really didn't know what to expect out of some of the kids this year, and to be honest, it's kind of been up and down. So I'm hoping with tonight, I'm glad you noticed that. Hopefully the kids are starting to buy into one another, and they're starting to cheer for each other a little more, and they can mend as a team, and hopefully by the end of the year we'll be where we were last year. So
what's next for you guys?
We go to Wayne County this weekend, and then take it easy. I'm taking my foot off the pedal a little bit over Christmas break. I usually don't do that, but I'm going to try something a little different just because we have so many younger wrestlers on the team.
All right, appreciate the time. Congrats on a couple big wins tonight.
Thank you.